Reporting in Drift Lights, Raiyne Archer here, and welcome. Well, we had Cross 1, now we're starting the sequel, the objectively better version of the game. Um, I think it's on the wrong save. Start from the beginning. I've already packed this up anyway. Is it okay to start here? The protagonist cannot be changed later, but you can change the name in the options menu. Once again, just like in Cross 1, you're stuck with whichever design you use, unless you're in multiplayer. And of course, we have to start out with a lovely little introduction. Sorry, mice. Raiyne Archer received Fang Leone, or Lion's Fang, whatever you want to call it, from childhood friend Mice, and now aims to become a pro blader. Dreams of making Mice, who introduced the fun of babes and who introduced the fun of bays, super famous. Birthday, December 12th.
Nah.
You're late, Rain. How long were you planning to make me wait? Mice Kumiki, the protagonist's childhood friend and a graduate of the Bay Academy's Baycrafter course. Supports them as a personal Baycrafter. Recognized as Megaoka is a promising talent. He's also capable as a blader. I just realized I probably can't keep this up the whole stream. I'll try, though. Birthday, October 24th. I just got caught up with having fun with everyone. But you know, Mice, you're the one who's always early. Do you know what day it is tomorrow? It's Bay Academy's graduation ceremony. We're saying goodbye to all the friends we studied with all this time. I can't just say, okay, bye, and walk away. What's wrong with that? Once you graduate from Bay Academy, you're no longer comrades, you're rivals. Especially since you were in the Blader course. After graduation, everyone's aiming to go pro. That makes them rivals. What's the point of being all buddy-buddy? You're so cold. That's exactly why you stand out so much in the Baycrafter course, you know? You know, Mice? To make us a Baycrafter, you need to be able to communicate smoothly with Bladers. Yes, it's all about communication skills. You don't need to tell me, I already know. So, do I need that? I'm going to be your personal Baycrafter. As long as I can communicate properly with you, there's no problem, right? I guess that's true. Eesh. This makes me worry. Maybe I should look for a better blader to team up with, just in case. What? No way! You don't need to do that! Trust me, Mice. I'm just kidding. Don't take everything so seriously. Ew. Well, let me say it properly this time. I'm looking forward to working with you, Rain. We've graduated from Bay Academy. The real battle starts now. I've got this. I'll definitely make you into a super famous Baycrafter, Mice. So this is our hideout, huh? Keep this place in mind, we'll be visiting here a few times. Oh, look at all this equipment. This is serious stuff.
Boy.
Don't get all excited over that. You're aiming to be a pro blader, remember? My words are hard. Well, whatever. I've got something to give you. Here. For me? Whoa! This is Fang Leone. I believe that's tape hair. Nope, no. My bad. Tape hair is a bit. Fang Leone T460A. A is Axel, I think. I've got to check. I am actually checking. Okay, assist blade turn. Okay. Fang Leone. I've tuned it just for you. Start using that one. Fang Leone.
ねえ
Where'd this come from? I've never seen a bay like this before.
あ
It's something I got from a certain group of bay crafters. I chatted with them a bit, and they took a liking to me. They told me to customize and tune it however I wanted.
う
Is it
ー
really
ん
okay for me to use such an awesome bay?
あ
I told you, I tuned it for you.
たく
Who besides you would be using it? That thing's like a test they gave me. Someday I'll meet the bay crafters who give it to me again. I want to earn their approval when that time comes.
な
I'm counting on you, Rain.
わかった
Got it. This is a big responsibility. Good. Then let's do this.
勝負だ
Time for a bay battle.
オッケー
Show me what that thing's got. Okay. So here's where you get to learn how this game works. So it does play mostly similarly to the last one, though with a few key differences. Just like before, a bay battle begins with the launch phase, where you launch your bays into the stadium. You set the position and angle to launch the bay. The area where you can launch from is limited, and you have to adjust the angle before deciding where to launch. Changing the angle will affect how it moves. After the position and angle, the next step is launch power. To charge launch power, press the button when the shrinking blue circle overlaps with the double line circle at the center. You have 4 chances to charge launch power. If you succeed with all of them, you'll earn bonus launch power. Build up your power carefully to gain the upper hand in battle.
レディー
レディー
セット
This matters. Three,
レディー
two,
ツ
one.
ー
Let it rip. Once the battle begins, your bay moves automatically. During this chase, you can control actions like attacks and counters to charge at the opponent or strike back when a collision is imminent. These 2 gauges represent the current state of the bay. If either gauge reaches 0, that bay is defeated. The blue gauge is the spin gauge. This decreases over time when performing an X dash and when bays collide with each other. The yellow gauge is the burst gauge. That decreases only upon collision. I know we've just started, but I'm already swapping forms. Mostly because that form does not like my throat. So to explain, attacking. An attack is an action where your bay charges into the opponent's bay to deal damage. The movement of an attack varies depending on the bay's type. An attack consumes 1 segment of this green action gauge, or active gauge, whatever you want to call it. The active gauge gradually recovers over time even after being used. However, if you deplete the entire gauge, it takes longer to recover. You have 3 segments. Only ever use 2 at a time. Now try using an attack by spending some of your active gauge. If it hits the bay, it will deal increased damage.
やべえな
A counter is an action that your bay strikes back the opponent. When a counter is successful, you don't take collision damage. Only they take the damage. Again, by consuming a segment of the active gauge, your bay enters a counter-ready state. When the opponent's bay collides with yours, if you are still in this state, the counter will succeed. The counter-ready state will cancel after a short time. Use it right before they're about to collide with you. And unlike in the previous game, you don't have to hold it down. The movement or the success chance of a counter varies depending on the bay's type. Choose the type that feels easiest for you to use. This is very important.
アタックだ
アタック
That's an attack type counter.
行くぜ
アタック
Critical can occur when bays collide. When a critical hits, it deals more damage to the opponent's burst gauge than usual.
アタックだ
Reference, Arc Perseus is
Ikuze.
a defense type bay.
押した
Also, if you hit them when they're trying to charge an attack, it can actually interrupt it. So if they go to attack, you can just, well... Also, a funny thing, for some reason, the AI is really bad with countering and attacking in this fight. To be fair, I'm not doing myself any favors. Also, yeah, you'll see I use too much of the active gauge, and in the state, it turns red. Boss finish. 2 points. So, it's impossible to win by survivor finish during that fight. Also, yeah, I have all the DLC, so I get DLC bonuses. I get more XP and more prize money. I'll only be using the Raiyne voice during cutscenes. Battle 2. Technically it's Battle 1, but still a tutorial. Now we get taught about the special move, I believe. If you successfully charge launch power during the launch phase, spin gauge will start the boost at the beginning of the battle. Like it says, you have 4 chances to charge it, but failing part way will reduce the total. You'll get a perfect bonus if you hit all 4. Let it rip! All perfect! Had a fight with an attack-type bey. Attack-type beys specialize in aggressive movements focused on higher attack power and extreme dashing. However, their spin gauge is lower, so it's important to attack quickly. These love going fast. That's all they care about. Speed is key. Attack-type beys don't stop on hitting the opponents during an attack. They keep charging forward. This momentum makes it easier to reach the accelerator rail. Extreme dashes are much easier to use with an attack type. When your bey hits the opponent with an extreme dash, a button prompt will appear. If you press the button successfully, the damage dealt to the opponent's bey will increase. I was actually incorrect about how this form worked. I thought attack beys with a basic all-rounder didn't have anything special. I will admit that I was wrong. Case in point. X skills. The X skill is now available. X skills are powerful special moves with unique animations and can be used by consuming the X gauge. I'll just be calling it my super meter. The X gauge fills up when your bey deals or takes damage by actions like attack or counter. You can hold 3 bars at a time. Now, skills require a wait time between when you push the button and when it activates. If you're attacked while it's charging, it won't work. The length of the wait time varies depending on the X skill. Also, the more meters it takes, typically the stronger it is. They have different activation movements depending on the action. When they use it, you can interrupt it just like they can to you. Attack type performs a powerful charge towards the opponent's bey. Counter types. They stop moving and set up a strong counter. Time elapse type. You remain in place and it activates over time. Can be interrupted by attacking before the time is fully elapsed. If they clash, the one that consumes more X gauge at activation will activate. Keep your eyes on your opponent's gauge and use your skills wisely. Any gauge left at the end of a battle carries over to the next. Thank you! That was the most insufferable thing about Cross 1 mode. It did not carry over between rounds. This is a huge change, and I love it. It wants you to use your ultimate. Extreme Dash! Absolute Fang! Yeah, these just chunk away health. I'd like to remind, by the way, Lion's Fang hasn't been upgraded
おっ
yet.
と
Oh, no, Arc Pulse uses stamina, not defense. Defense is red,
狙いを見抜く
for some reason.
アタックだ
これで決める
Power attack!
バーストフィニッシュ
Win the battle.
最高のバトルだった
Yeah, expect the DLC to be very, not petty, powerful. Belater level. Win battles to earn XP. When you collect enough XP, your Blader level will increase, just like last time. When your Blader level increases, your base overall stats are enhanced. Also, sometimes when leveling up, you will get a new skill.
すごいよ
This is amazing, mice. This bay is super easy to battle with. I told you, I tuned it for you. That said, I'm a bay crafter. Battling isn't really my specialty. If we want to test its true performance, we need a real blader.
行くぞ
So let's go. Yeah. A Fang Leone. Mice tuned this bay just for me. I'll win again and again with this bay.
マイスを
I'll
超
definitely make
有名
mice into a
ベイ
super
クラフター
famous
に
bay
するんだ
crafter. The road to Pro Blader. Starting today, let's aim to become a Pro Blader together with mice. First, we'll head to a location where you can battle other Bladers. Press the world map button at the top left of the screen to move. On the world map, you can travel to hideouts and event spots. Press the hideout button in the top left corner to go there. You'll be seeing here a few times. At the tournament venue, you can progress through the main story. There are also facilities like the free battle area and the shop. So take your time and explore the area. At event spots, you can progress through sub-stories. They're only available when an event is active. This is the first area. I'm not counting the hideout. I refuse to count the hideout as an area. Especially since really the only thing it does is like be a cutscene location. Sure, you can walk around there, but like it doesn't do anything. Well, well. Looks like everyone's here again today. I knew it. I figured you'd be here. Now then, such a fine selection. Who should I start with? Hey, did you hear about the tournament? Yeah, I heard. The Bay Battle Royale, right? Big companies are crazy. If you win, you're guaranteed a pro debut, right?
え
Pro debut if you win?
へえ
Really? This is starting to sound interesting.
な
Perfect
行く
timing.
ぞ
While we're checking the Fang Leone's performance, let's gather some info on the BBR too. Each tournament venue has a free battle area. You can enjoy battling against a variety of bladers there. Win battles against bladers to earn parts and prize money. When you go close to a blader, their bays will be displayed. If they have parts you want, challenge them to a battle. So it actually wants you to go over to that person, right there. They're the only person you can talk to. Also, I like the characters in this game actually have a bio. So the opponent's bay is a defense type. You probably know this, but bays have type advantages, and your Fang Leone is an attack type, which puts it at a disadvantage. Yep, here's the type chart again. Attack is strong against stamina, stamina is strong against defense, defense is strong against attack, and balance just doesn't care. Basically, if you're breaking out balance, with the sacred treasure I summoned, bays have different types, and each type has its own strengths and weaknesses. The bay type is defined by the bit. If a bay is favored, you deal more damage and take less.
やってこい
So basically, you get but with a stamina type bit this time, which in this case is ball.
レディーセット
Yes, the letters have meanings. 3, 2, 1,
ゴ
go! Shoot! Perfect bonus! How to fight with a stamina type bay. Stamina type bays have higher spin gauge endurance and are good for endurance battles by spinning longer. However, their defense is low. They are terrible with taking hits. If a stamina type bay keeps avoiding contact, its ability activates. Drain Field. While the opponent's bay is inside Drain Field, it takes damage over time, and you leech the damage to your own spin gauge. A successful counter is the chance to absorb with Drain Field. Mash the button shown after a successful counter to drain spin gauge even faster. Staminas are basically vampirism. The Beyblade. That's right, we have a real vampire in the stadium. I don't think any of you have any clue how hard it is for me to watch my mouth. This is it explaining Drain Field.
負けないよ
Yeah, that's how it works.
アタック
This is Drain Field. It doesn't care.
決めるよし
Let's finish this. Extreme Dash! Absolute
エ
Fang!
クストリームダッシュアブソリュートファングこれで最後だ
Extreme Finish! 3 points!
エクストリームフィニッシュ
By the way, that's just overkill. Item get. Oh, okay. I get to talk about this already. So we have High Needle and 160. Both at +4. I didn't think I'd get to talk about that already. Alright, let's go find the next opponents. Well, I can't actually. I don't have access to customization freely myself just yet. Though once I do, oh, baby, this is going to open up. A lot of potential will awaken. And when I say a lot, I mean, a very, very severely dangerous amount of a lot. The next opponent is an attack type, huh?
やってこい
Then customize the defense type. Alright, go fight with this. Now we get to learn defense type gameplay. These work exactly. Oh, of course it's needle.
セット
These stay in the center.
3
3, 2, 1. Go! Shoot! All perfect! Defense type bays specialize in guarding attacks and reducing damage. Wait in the center and aim to counter your opponent's bay. When a defense type counter is successful, a button input prompt will appear. If you succeed in the button input, a shield that nullifies damage is deployed. It nullifies collision damage up to 3 times, but it only lasts a short period of time. Also, keep in mind, X skills cannot be blocked by the shield. It goes through. I believe I hit the button.
かわしていけるいくよ
Yeah, this is just how playing a defense type is.
よし
It's very boring to watch, it's very boring to play.
かわしてアタックいくよ
Basically, expect me to use this the least. Oh,
オーバー
wow.
フィニッシュすっごく楽しかった
Guys said just get the tutorial over with. Oh yeah, we got anti-uppercut for this. Item, get 570 and Feather Phoenix. I get to talk about the stars and such. I'll worry about that when I get to explain customization now. So now we have one more fight we have to go through, which will explain balance type. Basically, we're throwing balance against balance for this one. And now we're on taper. 3, 2, 1. Go! Shoot! Oh, perfect! Balance type beys are all-rounders. They handle both offense and defense very well. Though, don't expect them to be, stand out in anything. They make up for it with few weaknesses, and they're also the easiest to use. When you land a successful attack or counter, yes, yet again, a button input prompt will appear. If you succeed, all your base stats will slightly increase for the rest of the fight. You can stack it up to 3 times. However, if you fail this even once, you lose all those stacks. You don't lose one, you lose all of them. Ow. Instant avoid! Behold, the most broken X skill in the game. I'm not joking. It is, for a 1-bar extreme, way too good. Yeah, keep that in mind. It's a 1-bar and just dealt 200. Also has, I believe, labeled as fastest activation. Meaning it activates basically instantly. Well done, Raiyne. Thanks to you, we've got some great data. I'll revert Fang Leone back to its original customization. I'll be calling it Lion's Fang going ahead. So now we get to talk to mice. How would I pronounce that? I'm just gonna go with mice, is what I always say. Looks like no one really knows the details. Yeah, fine. I guess I'll just look it up online. You should have done that from the start. Let's see. BBR. Huh? What's wrong? What do you mean, what's wrong? There are tons of results. This is why I hate the internet. Mice, you might want to make sure you check the spelling. Just be sure. Which one am I even supposed to look at? Oh. Alright, chat. This is probably the most mean I'm ever gonna get to this game. Behold! My second least favorite character. Oh wait, no. I'm gonna be even more mean when I see the character I actually just hate the most. She's up there, though! Lupe! Lupe Himikawa! The protagonist's classmate and a friendly rival. I wouldn't exactly say friendly. She challenges them in hopes of making mice her personal Baycrafter. Inspired by her grandmother, a former pro, began Beyblade and dreams of becoming a pro like her. Her birthday is January 21st. I don't like her. She is, for lack of a better word, and that I'm not allowed to swear, It's a charity event. I detest Lupe. There aren't many characters who get under my skin so thoroughly. Especially not from first impressions, but Lupe somehow knows almost all of my, all of my icks with character personalities and proceeds to poke almost each and every one of my nerves. The very few that she doesn't is things like referring to herself in the third person. That just annoys me, in general. If a character starts speaking in the third person, assume I don't like them. This is Lupe Himekawa. She was a fellow student in the Blade. This is internal thoughts, I'm just going to use my normal voice. In the Blader course at Bay Academy, and she's an incredibly strong Blader. Then again, me and Raiyne are the same person, so. She's also my rival. Rival in what, you ask?
ないわ
You look so annoyed just because I said hi. How rude. By the way, Mice, have you decided to become my personal Baycrafter yet? I have no clue how I'm gonna pull off that voice for the playthrough. But I'm at least gonna try and actually voice the characters this time.
Ha!
Not a chance. I'm sticking with Raiyne.
たく
Don't make me repeat myself. So cruel. Is that how you treat the one blader who appreciates your skills the most in the entire world?
ありえないん
Can't
で
you
すけ
be a
ど
little nicer to me?
Ha!
If you're really the one who appreciates me the most, don't go begging to be friends. I kid you not. On my first playthrough, this line immediately made Mice one of my favorite characters in the game. At this point, he had very little competition.
ごめんね
Sorry, Lupe. He's still the same shy, grumpy guy. And for the record, I'm the one who believes in his skills the most.
は
You don't need to follow up like that. And don't go picking a fight over
え
nothing. It's not nothing, Mice. It's about who believes in your crafting the most in the world. I'm not giving up that title, not even to Lupe.
イチャつくのやめろし
Stop flirting already. I assure you, if it was flirting, I wouldn't know what I'm saying. I am a being of chaos and paradoxical energy. Do you think I have the capability to know what flooding is? Okay, I'll correct myself there. Yeah, I've lived like 7 cycles of the universe. Well, reality. I very much know. I just don't care. Oh, right, that's a lore thing. I'm not meant to know that. Well, guess the stream's not canon. uh, Anyway,
ね
you're curious about the BBR, huh? Want me to tell you about it?
は
No, thanks. If you can look it up, so can we. Thank you, Mice. He's so quick with the wit.
な
Right, Raiyne?
え
If she's offering, let's just hear her out. No! We're not that good at looking things up ourselves anyway.
どうしたの
What's wrong, you two? Whatever. Anyway, tell us, Lupe.
ね
What's the BBR? We heard that if you win, you can debut as a pro. Is that
え
true? It's true. The BBR is a super large-scale Beyblade tournament. And here's the really important part. The host is none other than Cyclops Industries. Cyclops Industries. That's a global company.
なるほど
I
な
get it now. So that's the trick behind the whole win a pro debut thing.
え
Huh?
やるじゃん
You figured it out already? You really are sharp, Mai. Cyclops Industries is a global company, but they still haven't managed to send a team to the X as a sponsor. That's why they're holding a tournament to select members for their own team to send to the X. The info that's been announced so far is the tournament consists of 3 rounds: the pre-match, the semi-final, and the grand final. The bladers who place in the top 3 in the grand final will be chosen as members of the new team. The fun part is that the tournament's a Battle Royale. The registered bladers will be split into groups. In designated venues, they'll battle as much as they can within the time limit to compete for ranking points.
よし
That's all. Any questions?
すごい
That's amazing, Lupe.
さすがだ
And no one else knew much, but you've already found out a lot.
なんで
Actually, why don't you know about this, Raiyne? People in the Blader course couldn't stop talking about it. Saying, we're so lucky a tournament like this is happening right after graduation and stuff.
え
Really?
嘘でしょ
I'm starting to feel kinda embarrassed to be your rival, Raiyne.
ありがとよ。
Thanks, Lupe. You've saved us the trouble of digging around for info.
なあ。
Raiyne, hurry up and sign up.
うん
Okay. Hold it right there.
あのさ
Since I was nice enough to explain everything, shouldn't you at least thank me or something?
え
Thank you. I knew it. Here it comes. So, what kind of thank you are we talking about? I've got a pretty good guess, though.
マイス
Mice, you're right.
ね
And that's why you should totally become my personal Baycrafter.
え
No way, Lupe. He is my personal Baycrafter.
なるほどね
Yeah, I figured you'd say that.
勝負しよ
Then
う
let's battle, Raiyne. Just like back in the academy.
そういや。
The winner gets to have me as their personal Baycrafter.
は
You never learn, do you? You've never even beat Raiyne once in these battles. That's only because you've always been supporting Raiyne. Back in classes, Raiyne and I used to have pretty even matches.
負けるわけ
Anyway,
ない
I'm
し
not losing this time. In the BBR, whoever makes it to the very end and becomes a pro with a higher rank gets to have mice as their personal Baycrafter.
これで
How
ど
does
う
that sound? Well, I know how this goes, so
いいぜ。
fine. Bring it on. Okay, just cut me off.
え
Why are you answering, mice? He was talking to me.
あ
Doesn't matter who answers, there's no way you're turning it down. And besides, we're gonna win anyway.
カッチーン
You talk big.
あのさ
And just so you know, the BBR is serious. Pro careers are on the line. If you think this is the same as the battles we had at the academy, you're very wrong.
は
Right back at you. Rain's not the same as... Fun fact, it always says, like, goes by he, him here. Despite the fact I picked the female protagonist. Yeah, this is Femsi. And you can tell because the female protagonists have, like, the extra eyelashes. The guys don't. So when I was first playing through this in personal time, when the game came out, I had a right laugh in call with a mate, friend of the channel, you know, the Ag. We had a right laugh about that. Purely because the game didn't actually check which one. It just takes the player name. It doesn't actually check whether you picked male protag or female protag. It's hilarious to me. It's such a simple oversight, but I love it for that. Just because it's so stupid. Am I easily amused? Yes. Kind of.
お
Come on. Show her.
えー
Show it. You mean this?
Eh?
What's that, Bay? A Fang Leone. It's something I got from a certain group of Baycrafters. I tuned it specifically for Raiyne.
試してみるか
Think you can beat it, Lupe?
は
Wow.
あありえ
So
ない
you
ん
got
ですけど
yourself a Bay like that, Raiyne. And you're acting pretty confident too, mice.
勝負し
I
よ
think
う
I'll check out that Fang Leone's performance myself. Lion's Fang. You just said Fang Leone yourself.
やるか
Bring it on.
ぶっ飛ばしてやれ
Go for it, Rain. What? Yeah, you don't get a say. Victory points. If your opponent's spin gauge reaches 0 during auto chase due to time consumption without a collision, it results in a survivor finish. Works just the same as it does in the last one. Knockout and Burst are both worth 2, Extreme is worth 3. Give me a second, I need to take a drink because that voice for Lupe did not agree with my throat. Or my head. Doesn't help that it's a heat wave. At least I think it's a heat wave. It's hot here in the UK. I'm not built for hot weather. So give me a sec while I just, hydrate. Make sure you hydrate, chat. To steal a joke from my friend, Jelly, make sure to eat your water and drink your food. Yes, I'm just quickly taking a drink. Oh, right. Should we talk about that? Can I talk about that? I didn't sign anything saying I couldn't. Yeah, I'll talk about it. So, now I mentioned a while back that you guys would be getting the faux Zeta? My faux body meant for, song covers for a side channel that will be happening sometime in the future. Well, you see, I actually have an update on that. That's the wrong thing. Here's your little hint. Well, not really a hint. It's a little teaser. Faux Zeta. This is just a little bit of the design. The symbol for Zeta is no longer on the shirt. It got moved to being a necklace. But yeah, Zeta is on the way. It's not a faux body I'll be using on stream. At least I'm not planning to. If Zeta gets the live 2D treatments, then, well, I guess it happens. That could possibly be no, that wouldn't work as an incentive. Oh, maybe I'll do it down the line. Let me just hide Zeta. Well, a little, teaser of Zeta. And now I've had a little bit of hydrate. And how to use attack type effectively. Hey, that's a voice crack. Attack types are most effective when you stay aggressive. Spam your attacks, use Extreme Dash as much as you can, just hit them over and over again like you're Darth Vader, and they just swap to Form 3. If you know, you know.
A unique feature of attack types is that performing an attack during an extreme dash will cancel it and you'll charge directly at your opponents. If your opponent might counter your extreme dash, cancel it and switch to a regular attack. So you can actually cancel a dash. Attack types have the unique ability to dash cancel.
Ready?
It's
セット
kind of dangerous, honestly. 3,
3
2, 1, go! Shoot! Let's go!
エクストリームダッシュ狙いを見抜くエクストリームダッシュ調子
Yeah,
乗んな
that's a dash cancel. It's a menace, ain't it?
エクストリームダッシュ調子乗んな
Especially if you time it. Oh, okay. I see we're just giving me exactly what I want.
いけ
Extreme dash!
くらい
Absolute Fang!
エクストリームダッシュアブソリュートファングこれで
Let's
最後
go!
だ
Extreme finish!
エクストリームフィニッシュ最高のバトルだった
Hey, we get flash cuts.
いいね
Also, if you're wondering, Ace, why do you have so much prize money? I have the base game, I have all the DLC, I have all the DLC for Cross 1, and I've almost beaten Cross 1. Yes, I continued it off stream, actually at floor 99. So yeah, there's that. Basically, if I go back and do stuff in Cross 1, it will pick up on this, and I'll get nice little bonuses. You picked the wrong opponent to challenge, Lupe.
マイス
Nice, you slipped up, didn't you?
あんがと
Thanks, though, for letting me battle that lion's fang before the BBR. Now I can take my time working out a counter strategy.
なるほどな
A counter strategy, huh?
は
Think you can pull it off?
は
You don't think I can? You underestimate me too much, Mice.
絶対勝つ
Rain, I'm definitely gonna win next time.
マイスを
And then
私の
Mice will be
専属
my
クラフターに
personal
する
bait crafter.
負けるわけにはいか
I
ない
won't lose, Lupe. He stays with me.
マイスを超
I'm gonna
有
make him
名
into a
ベイ
super
クラフターに
famous
す
bait
るんだ
crafter. She's gone. I'm glad we got info on the BBR, but
はあ
why did you agree to that bet?
は
Give it up. Like I said earlier, just win. That's all we have to do. We just have to rank higher than she does.
はあ
I just have to win, you mean?
おい
I'll be the one customizing bays as your personal bay crafter. As long as you do your part, we won't lose.
Hmm?
Am I wrong?
うーん
You're not wrong, but still. Well, whatever.
やるぞ
We already accepted the challenge, so let's just do our best.
よし
Now let's go ahead and sign up for the tournament.
お
Yeah. Let's see. You sign up through the official tournament site's registration form.
この野郎
Are you guys? I don't remember who this is, so.
え
Oh. I actually remember exactly which voice I gave him.
レン
Ren! Ren Katamuki! A classmate at the Bay Academy, same as Lupe. Came to strongly admire her due to a certain reason. Has solid Beyblade skills, but often loses in close matches, earning the nickname the Matchmaker of Great Battles. Birthday, September 15th. This is Ren Katamuki. Just like Lupe, he was a friend in the Blader course at the academy with me. Or at least I think he was a friend. But when it comes to Lupe, Ren gets really loud and intense. I wonder why that is. I can hear you under your breath, nerd. Great, here comes trouble again.
は
Kamuki, did you just call me a hassle? You did, didn't you?
あはは
You must have misheard. Anyway, long time no see.
Yeah, it's been ages. Although I did just graduate like 5 minutes ago. Nope, not this, not at the moment. You guys were just talking with Lupe, weren't you? Having fun. Having fun. There was nothing fun about it.
な
I'll leave him to you, Rain. You were in the same Blader course, so you should be used to handling him. I'll go ahead and take care of our BBR entry.
え
Seriously?
Hey, Archer! Are you even listening to me?
いつもいつもル
You were
ーペと仲
talking
良く
with
しやが
Lupe
って
like you were having fun. F-U-N? You know, F is for fun. No. We're not singing that version of the song. I like fire, but I'm not singing SpongeBob on the charity stream, Ren. You're a coward. Okay. I think I'm getting way too good at talking in character. I think that's how you can tell I'm having fun with the game, unlike with Crosswalk. I think I'm going to be keeping, like, shots at Cross One the whole run. It might get boring, me repeatedly just bashing on Cross One, but hey, it should have just been a good game. I'm just saying, it should have just been good.
Calm down, Ren. We weren't having fun talking.
いや
You were talking, though. Okay. Grass grows, birds fly, the sky is blue. You should go and support Gamers Outreach. They're an absolutely amazing charity dedicated all to helping kids throughout the world. Did you just use me to plug a charity? Yes, Ren. Yes, I did. Because Gamers Outreach is actually just genuinely really good people. Am I biased because I've been in this event before? For a few years, actually. No. No, very, very much not. Just a case that it's a really, really nice event. I just tabbed in to see how Mikan's doing with his, and he's struggling with the light puzzle in Sonic Adventure 1. Because both he and I were like doing our streams at the same time. But I started like 4-ish hours. Yeah, like about the 4-hour mark of his. Knowing him, he's probably gonna try and jump me. This is Mikan. But you know what? I encourage it. It's for the kids.
この野郎
Just tell me, what were you talking about? Parasocial much?
え
Well, Lupe was telling us about the BBR.
The BBR? That's the tournament Cyclops Industries is hosting to recruit a new team, right?
なんでだ
Why don't you bring that up with Lupe now? It was a huge topic back at the academy, wasn't it?
Well, actually, Mice and I didn't know anything about it.
ー
We were just getting the details from Lupe.
Just getting details from Lupe.
Ren,
Is it possible that
嘘だろ
if I hadn't known about it, Lupe would have explained it to me too. I tried so hard to gather information so Lupe wouldn't be disappointed in me. And all that time I spent was wasted? I think you can tell what kind of personality he has. This is what he's like the whole game. It doesn't change. This is just his dynamic. Like, bro, just ask her out. It's not hard. Ah! How can I be so stupid? Because I gathered all that info, I missed the chance to have Lupe explain it to me. If only I had lived more carelessly. Then she'd make fun of you. I'm such an idiot. I think you might have actually dodged a bullet, my friend. That's not true. I think it's great that you were diligent and looked it up yourself. Don't pity me with such cheap sympathy. Darn it. In that case,
どうしたの
Ren,
勝負だ
you're just taking it out on me. Battle me, Archer.
いつも
Even back at the academy, you and Lupe always got along.
え
Huh? Did you hit your head?
覚悟しろ
Prepare yourself. Yeah, he uses Pterodon's talent.
セット
And I don't like this fight for a very simple reason.
3
3,
2
2, 1, go! Shoots! Pterodon's talon is a stamina type Bey, meaning I can't be nice to him at any point in the fight. Because by doing so, I give him the ability to build up Drain Field. In other words, you know how we just learned about dash cancelling?
エクストリームダッ
Yeah,
バッチ
take heavy advantage.
いけ押し通す決める
Instant avoid!
とっておきだよ
Ah!
これで最後だエクストリーム
Extreme finish!
すっごく楽しかった
Hey, you and Lupe lost the same way, to an extreme finish. So at least I was nice and did you that solid. Metal Guard. I kid you not, I can't really talk about most skills in the game, not because spoilers or anything. It's because I've never used them. Oh, right, I get to talk about some great changes between this game and Cross One. You acquire the skills. They're not tied to the parts anymore.
Ren,
Ren, are you okay? Artemis 2 to Ren. The hell's an Artemis 2? Oh, right, that hadn't taken off by the time this game came out. I shouldn't think the Artemis 2 mission was even going yet. What are you going on about? The moon. You mean that thing's made out of cheese? No wonder Lupe doesn't talk to you.
くそー
Darn it! Don't think this means you've won. I'm entering the BBR 2. Wait, but the BBR hasn't even wrapped up yet. Why is there a BBR 2? You're insufferable. No, I'm making fun of you.
覚えてろ
In the tournament, I'll totally crush you. Just you wait. So first Lupe, and now even Ren's declaring he's going to beat you, huh?
やるじゃねえか
You're so popular, Raiyne. This is the worst kind of popularity. Actually, no, I think that still goes to Twitter. if I'm quiet, I'm probably just taking a drink. With the heat, I definitely need it.
よし。
Alright, I finished registering for the BVR. Now we just have to wait for the day of the pre-match. The little edit stream stuff, you notice my tracking might be a bit better. I got new glasses. I was also meant to be swapping over to contact lenses, but anytime it got close to my eye, I freaked out. Like, once I could feel the solution, I just panicked. My brain skipped about like 8 frames. So probably sometime after the charity event, we're gonna get that scheduled again, so that I have time to like to get myself used to it. Like having to like put in the contact lenses. It's weird. Until then, it's all about preparation. Preparation. So that means training battles, right?
任せて
Leave it to me.
やるぞ
Before the pre-matches, I'm gonna master using Lion's Fang perfectly.
あ
Good answer. Or so I'd like to say, but too bad you're wrong.
え
What?
あ。
Fighting isn't the only kind of preparation. Let's go. Go where? Where are we? So this is actually kind of funny. You want to know where we are? The other side of the room. So to the left is the Bay Stadium. On the right is where we are now.
あ
A part shop. You've been focused so much on being a blader, so this place probably didn't mean much to you before. That all changes now. As you proceed, you'll start being able to envision how you want to battle. If there are parts missing to bring that vision to life, this is the place to get them.
あ。
Don't worry about the fine-tuning, I'll handle that part
分
later.
かった
Got it. So I just need to gather the parts I want, right?
そうだな。
That's the idea. Alright, I'll walk you through what they've got here. Parts shop. In the shop, you can use prize money to purchase parts needed for customization. Parts from opponents you battled will be added to the items. Keep battling to expand the selection of parts available for purchase. Yes, that's right, battling multiple opponents with different setups matters. In the previous game, this unlocked as you got further and further up the X. And as you reach certain milestones, you got the ability to access either 2 or 3-star parts. Now, you got access to 2-star at the 50s. Once you got past floor 85, then you'd start getting 3 stars. And at that point, you're at the end of the game. And a single star in that game made a whole world of difference. Parts you don't need can be sold for prize money. The prize money you earn helps you buy the parts you really want. Keep your inventory organized and save up your prize money. Parts in the shop have limited stock. Once you purchase them all, they'll be sold out and unavailable for purchase until the restock. In that case, try progressing through the main story to restock.
こんなもんだ。
That's about the gist of it.
ありがとう
Got it. Thanks, mice. Alright then, let's start getting ready for the
オッ
pre-match.
ケー
Okay. I'm gonna give it my all, mice. I'll win again and again with the bay you tuned for me. And go pro.
マイスを超
And then
有
at
名
press
ベイクラフ
conferences
ター
and
にするか
stuff, I'll promote you as a super amazing bay crafter.
いいぜ。
Yeah. Guess I'd better get serious about the tuning then.
お前に嘘言わせる
And
わけ
have
に
you
はいかね
spreading
えからな
lies after all. Random, like, out of character thing real quick. That's actually a really cool kind of frame, like Mice has on his glasses. Honestly, I'd use that kind of frame if the, like, place I get my glasses actually did it. Yeah, so you have to go over here to the parts shop.
いらっしゃい。
Let's try purchasing a
パ
part.
ーツの購入だね。
Let's select a blade. Purchase your favorite. So you actually do have to. Let's go over my options here. Brother Phoenix. Sterling Wolf. Sword Drawn. Savage Bear. Phoenix Feather or Feather Phoenix. And Dagger Drawn. So Drawn Sword, Drawn Dagger, Phoenix Feather, Wolf Starling, Phoenix Rudder. That one actually doesn't work as well backwards. And Savage Bear. So Rudder Phoenix and Savage Bear sound weird when you flip it. But this is me. We all know exactly what's happening here, don't we? Drawn Sword. Now we have to go get a ratchet. I'll grab 160, and now we need to grab a bit. Now, there are actually a few here to mention. However, I'm going to be grabbing a rush.
また来てね。
Now, we get to customize. Try customizing from the main menu. You can set up to 6 bays at once. You can build your bay to match the type and situation to win battles or freely customize them with your favorite parts. A bay is made up of 3 parts: the blade, the ratchet, and the bit. You can set multiple parts with the same name to different builds, but be aware that they can't be used in battle. Blades are divided into 3 product lines: BX, UX, and CX. Basic line, unique line, and custom line. You can switch between product lines by toggling the tabs. CX blades have a unique specialized structure and can be customized freely. A single blade is formed by combining 3 parts: the lock chip, the primary blade, and the auxiliary blade. Combine a CX blade with a ratchet and a bit to create your very own original bay and enjoy customizing it your way. So I actually want to mention real quick, it is very unfair. You must combine each part and register it to the CX blade list as a single blade. You can also edit them once you've made them. For reference, I only have the parts for Lion's Fang. Drawn Sword 160 Rush. Skill customization. Once you finish building your bay, set its skills. You need to equip 3 skills to a bay. No more, no less. You can even see some have unique setups. Skills have a major impact on battles, with differences in gauge cost, activation conditions, and power. It also has different activation speeds. I do not care what your setup is. Oh wait, it's normal, not fastest. My bad. Always use instant avoid. Why? That small active recovery might not sound like much, but trust me, it stacks. It stacks up real fast. Now we have to build our 3rd bay. Ah, perfect, unite. The Baycrafter shop has been unlocked. Online mode has been unlocked. There are 3 types of battle formats. And by that it means you can either go 1-on-1, 2-on-2, or 3-on-3. Like this is Mario Hoops.
いらっしゃい。
The following items have been obtained. 10 of each coating and color agent. 3 of these. A lot of bays have been added. Some stuff has been obtained.
パーツの購入だね。
I didn't pay attention. Basically, I got all my DLC stuff. And this is me. So we all know what's happening now. Storm Pegasus. I am a very simple man. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, this uses gear flats? Huh. Honestly, that's kind of insane. Oh yeah, we have a lot of parts now. Let me just quickly lock the parts I'm using for Pegasus and Xeno Excalius. We also now have access to the DLC store. And I get to talk about how insanely overpowered the DLC abilities can be. Well, not really DLC abilities, it's like the DLC. Okay, I can talk about how overpowered a not a crossover, a...
ま
If
た
my
来てね。
brain would work. A custom line bay. Oh, right. Bearcrafter Shop, you can buy preset stuff. Though some stuff can actually be in variants that aren't normally available. So let's go over what we're being offered at the moment. We have Rock Golem 455 Ratchet. Knight's Mail 385 Ratchet, Arc Pegasus A, which is a custom line head, Lion's Crest, 960, I believe that's flat ball. The net wants us to battle 3 times in the free battle area. Don't you want to see my ultimate bay? It's a special bay I made just for this tournament. Check out the stadium and what bays your opponent will use. You get to see the stats, you see their X skills, and you can see what stadium it is. I'm going to send in Xeno Excalius.
Ready, set.
3, 2, 1, go! Shoot! Perfect bonus.
エクストリームダッシュかわしてアタック
エクストリームダッシュ
アタック
エクストリームダッシュ
やられたエクストリームダッシュ
負けないよ負けないよ
とっておきだよ
We got a counter X skill, let's go.
これで最後だ
Meaning, technically, I used a basic counter
エクストリームフィニッシュ
to get an extreme finish.
このバトルだった
Yup. Also, DLC bonus. I just stole his blade. Completely. Yeah, I get 1 extra part because DLC.
すごいね
A super special bay? Wow, it's almost like it's DLC. Seriously, the DLC bays are actually worse than some stuff you can make later on, but yeah, you're not really meant to use it to the end game.
よろしくな
Or at least you're meant to mix it up a bit. I'll explain why the custom line is stupidly powerful later on. Oh, right, yeah. Lion's Fang has 2 modes. I like using mode 2. 3, 2, 1. Let it rip!
押し通すいけアタック
Ah, didn't work.
エクストリームダッシュアタック強い
Okay, that was actually clever. I can't get mad at that. That's
エクストリーム
purely my
ダッシュ
fault. Oh no!
押し通す
まずい
He's playing a bay with high and low mode.
負けないよやばい
Okay, so basically every now and then from hitting the rail, it can swap between low mode and high mode.
エクストリームダッシュ
I want it to be on low mode
いけ
as little as possible. Ah,
スピン
Survivor
フィニッ
finish.
シュ
レディーセット
Fun fact,
See?
aiming here with a bay like
Run.
this is
Go.
mental purely because I'm aimed at the rail.
エクストリームダッシュいけ
Meaning, since I'm an attack type and I can effectively rail cancel,
エクストリームダッシュ
アタック
ow,
エクストリーム
いけ
ダッシュ強い
負けないよ
嘘
my timing's definitely slow today.
ダッシュ
やばい アタッ
か
ク
わしていくよ
No. Back off.
いけ
強い
Ow.
エクストリームダッシ
アタッ
ュまず
ク
いエクストリームダッシュこれで最後だ
Extreme finish. That's 2 points of overkill.
エクストリームフィニッシュすっごく楽しかった
Hey, Blade of level 10. Item gets.
負けた
All right, we gotta do one more battle before the game progresses.
ねえよろしくね
Shark's Keel. Who's ready for Voltriac to see 0 seconds of screen time again?
レディーセット
3,
3
2,
2
1.
ゴー
Let it rip!
いい感じ
All right, you're a stamina type. I can't leave you alone.
よしいけいけエクストリームダッシ
There we go.
ュオーバーフィ
Dealt
ニッ
with
シュ
immediately.
私の勝ち
Hey! S slash! Item get. What is an auxiliary blade? It boosts the performance of the primary blade.
ありがとう
よし
It's finally here. The day of the pre-match.
え
Whoa. All these people are participants.
おい
Hey, hey. Don't get shocked over this many people. You know, don't you?
たく
The total number of participants in the BPR is way higher than this.
嘘
What? Really?
マジかよ
You've got to be kidding me.
はあ
Huh?
ルーペ
Lupe!
あ
Oh, right. We're in the same group for the pre-match.
え
Group?
え
Seriously, Rain? The BBR is held in 3 stages. The pre-match, semi-final, and grand final. The Bladers are split into groups, and they battle it out in a Battle Royale to determine the ranking.
は
Literally explained all of this to you before.
あ
You did? By the way, everyone here right now is just the Bladers from our group. Like Mice said, there are way more Bladers in the BBR overall.
ええ
Even more than this? We signed up for something seriously huge, didn't we?
何やってん
You're
だ
only realizing that now? The Bladers who place in the top 3 in the grand final of the BBR get to join the new pro team sponsored by Cyclops Industries. That means they become Pro Bladers, a tournament where you get a sponsor and a team in one shot. I've never heard of anything like it.
そうだな
I bet every amateur blader in Zanon County entered this thing.
え
Everyone in Zanon City?
は
Obviously. Honestly, I bet there are bladers here from outside Zanon City too.
は
Whoa,
おい
don't let it get to you, Rain.
たく
You're probably the only blader who already has a personal baycrafter. You're not fighting alone. I'm fighting with you. Don't forget that.
たく
It doesn't matter how many people entered. None of them a competition for us. Or is something else bothering you? Are you not sure if you can win with the lion's fang I tuned for you? Sorry, Mice. The crowd just got to me, and I was anxious.
うん
But you're right. I'm fighting with the bay you tuned for me.
やるぞ
I can't lose.
あ
Exactly. There's no way we're losing.
イチャつくのやめろし
Could you stop flirting already? Can you get off the screen already?
Hmm?
Huh? Oh, you're still here, Lupe.
はあ
I've been here the entire time. Thank you very much.
はあ
Anyway, Rain,
Since we're in the same group, let's settle this once and for all.
勝負しよう
Let's see who's truly worthy of having mice as their personal baycrafter. You never quit, do you? Only the top 25 in each group will make it through the pre-match.
絶対
I'm
勝
gonna
つ
breeze through this group in first place and beat you in the process.
うんうん
I won't let that happen, Lupe. I can't afford to lose using my lion's fang.
勝ってみせる
I'll be the one finishing first, and that includes beating you. Finally gone, huh?
やるじゃねえか。
But you really went big there, Rain. I'm counting on you. You need to get first place.
任せて
Leave it to me. I mean, it's not like I was exaggerating or anything. I've got this bay with me, so.
この野郎
Hey, you guys! Another hassle coming our way. Right before the pre-match and we get dragged into something like that. Just our luck.
なあ
Let's get out of here, Rain.
うん
Okay. Hey, don't run away! You guys, running away now won't change anything. I'm still in the same group as you. I'm totally gonna find you and take you out. I better take Lupe out on a date.
覚え
You
てろ
better be ready. Oh, wait, you're serious. Hold on. You're not even a threat. One NPC took a win off me in my personal save. It wasn't even you. You heard him,
え
Rain.
ー
We'll now begin the pre-match for Group B. All registered bladers, please move to the designated area. Bladers who haven't completed their bay check, please do so promptly.
よし
Okay, I'm off, mice.
おう
You got this. Go take everyone out. The Bay Battle Royale begins. Head to the reception desk at the back of the tournament venue and enter the ranking battle. I actually have something I want to mention, if I have it unlocked. No. Damn. Alright, so. Let's talk about how the tournament works, shall we?
よし
Well, it started, but in this battle royale, you earn points by working your way. You earn points to work your way up in the rankings. So what do? I can't believe you told Lupe you'd be getting first place in your condition.
え
You're the one that said that you'd handle all the details. That I just need to focus on battling so I can master using the lion's fang.
うん
Well, sure, but normally you'd look stuff up yourself if you're worried.
なんで
Why would I? You said you'd handle it, and I believe you. I'm not worried about anything. You really are something else. There is a coffee table speaking through the power of internet. I can't read IKEA instructions. I can't let that trust you placed in me go to
やる
waste.
ぞ
I'll explain how the BBR works. Let me explain how to progress in the Bay Battle Royale. You go to the reception desk to start an event. There are a few different types of events that will happen and can show up. From what I can tell, it actually seems to happen on a rotation. Depending on how many people you defeat and how you defeat them, you actually get more points. Of course, as you can guess, the more not dangerous, the more difficult the type of finish, the more points it's worth. As you can see there, 2 extreme finishes is worth 600 points. It's 100 per blade you defeat, it's 300 per extreme finish. Basically, it scales based on how many points it's worth. Your ranking will rise based on the points you earn. Collect as many points as you can, and aim for the top spot. You got it now, right? The rest is up to you. I'm
monitoring your progress from here. If anything happens, I'll call you. I'm sure you'll be fine, though.
じゃあな。
I believe in you.
任せて。
I've got this.
I'll definitely come in first place in the group. Ranking battle tutorial. Battle actively and collect ranking points. There are multiple formats in ranking battles. Depending on the format, you may not be able to customize your bay, so check before starting a ranked battle. Also, the Bay Challenge box has been unlocked. You know how I made that joke about it not getting any screen time? Yeah, I'm making that go from a joke to just an objective fact immediately. Just swapping it out for El Drago. So, let's talk about the Bay Challenge box, shall we? Each Bay Challenge box has its own set of challenges. Once you complete them, you can open the box and claim your reward. Many of the rewards you can earn are special. You can only get them through the Bay Challenge box. So any parts you obtain from here has a chance to be a one of one. Also, getting every single different type of part is also its own challenge. Collecting 100 of each type and also collecting all of each type. This isn't even possible to complete until endgame, by the way. What I find funny is this gets you the drawn clear black lock chip, the A primary blade, the Reaper primary blade, and I believe that's, I want to say that's Jaggy? Auxiliary blade. Collecting all base blades gets you Phoenix Feather Metal Coat Orange. Collecting all the ratchets gets you Arc SP Cross version. And collecting all the bits gets you Incendio SP Cross Sticker version. Luckily, you don't need to get all the color variants, just get them in general. Also, you need to win at most 100 battles with every blade type. This is assuming you want to get all of the rewards. Hit each win condition 25 times, win enough battles 500, land enough attacks and counters, use X skills, reach certain blade levels, get enhancement values, apply coding, etc. Basically, just play the game, and you'll typically get quite a bit of this. Also, some of the stuff you get here is actually really good. Oh, also, if you complete all 100, you get a clear version of Cobalt Drake 460F. Oh yeah, eventually, some of them are just handing you a complete Beyblade. Case in point, this one gets you a violet metal coat drawn Buster. Yeah, that's a lot of rewards. It is time for me to lock my parts for lightning as well, so that I don't get rid of them later. And now I'm going to sell all the other parts.
いらっしゃい。パーツの売却だね。
Get rid of these. Get rid of these. Get rid of these. And I have a lot of stuff I need to mark to sell. I'm actually kind of disappointed that some of the DLC blades don't have their own thing. But yeah, no, the DLC shop in this game is just way better than it was in the last game. Because with the last game, it played by the same rules as everything else. You had to hope it was even in the DLC shop at the rarity you were after. No, that's the one we like. So let me explain real quick why we like that one. So basically, that bit is way too good. It's called Operate.
また来てね。
And oh my god, Operate has no right being as good as it is.
いらっしゃい。
If not for the
Parts
fact that
の
you
購入だね。
can't use duplicate parts, I would actually just use it on
Parts
pretty
の
much
売却だね。
everything. Because it just is mental. Now remember that whatever bit you use determines its type. Now the downside is, when using Operate, you cannot use a ratchet. It is a ratchet integrated bit, which actually makes it pretty bad for now. Until I decide to just, you know, build a custom line. But you know, that's crazy. Why would I ever put together a dangerous balance type CX blade? Yeah, that's crazy. Why would I do that? This is the best DLC blade in the game. It's not close. Now, it might not look the best, but this is due to it not having a ratchet.
また来てね。
But let's just say CX blades end up overpowering most things due to technically having more than 3 parts. This is the first format, Dungeon Battle Royale. All you gotta do is get to the goal. You have to explore the dungeon, don't lose all the lives, and if someone's in your way, get them out your way.
ねえねえ、嬉しい。
For example, this person. Wizard Arrow 770. Yo, Excalius. You mind showing why attack types being able to cancel out of X dash
レディー
is overpowered? 3, 2, 1, go! Shoot!
パーフェクト絵に描いたような完璧なシュートだ睨み合いが続いている
いけアタックエクストリームダッシュ
Oh no, you have Drain
お
Field
互いの
active.
緊張感がひし
That would be a
ひしと伝わ
problem
ってくる
if I cared.
アタッ
アタックと X ダッシュで果敢に攻めていくあ
Let's go!
Unbelievable!
Instance of Void!
エクストリーム
素
フレッシュ
晴らしいエクストリームフィニッシュ
Extreme Finish!
エクストリームフィニッシュ
3 points.
最高のバトルだった
Item get. Yeah, no, like I said, your objective is just get to the end. Game doesn't care
よ
how.
ろしくね
It just cares that you get to the end. See, now this person could be dangerous. Due to this thing called they have enhancements.
セット
I don't.
スリー
However, I have a Storm Pegasus.
ゴーシ
パーフェクト
ュー
絵に描いたような完璧なシュート
エ
だ
クストリームダッシュ
お互い様子を見ているのか
負けないよやばい
お互いの緊張感がひしひしと伝わってくるあ
Instance of Void!
全力をぶつけるこのままいける
Let's go! Extreme Finish! Nice job,
エクストリームフィニッ
Pegasus.
シュ最高のバトルだった
Edge Slash.
よし
Okay, that's Unite, Low Flat, Knight's Helm, and 580. Unfortunately, that's an 80. We want 60. Lion's Claw, Knight's Lance, and Drawn's Sword. Okay, Gear Ball. Not the worst thing.
よろしくないいぞ
A battle, huh? Then I accept your challenge. Pegasus? Troy.
レディーセット
Just make this quick.
ス
3, 2, 1. Let it rip. All perfect. Good all perfect bonus. That's a stamina type.
完璧なシュート
End this fast.
よし押しいけ
だお互い様子を
Ow.
見ているのか
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
こ
That's
の
bad.
フィー
That's
ルドか
bad.
らは逃れ
Never
られ
mind.
ないスタミナ
Boss
を吸収
finish.
していけ
バーストフィニッシュ最高のバトルだった
Not worth as many points, but the Parapora
いいね
move. Okay, I think that's Dot Ball, 480, and Shark's Keel.
けた。
Yeah, this is the game's gameplay loop.
わかったわ。
You go through like this little mission to like the mission. It's not always the same mission type, it can be different. And honestly, so far out of all of them in terms of dealing big amount of damage,
レディー
currently Xeno X Callius is my best option. But you know, that actually tracks. That tracks a lot.
ゴーシ
If you know Beyblade Burst, you know that that's just what this
書いた
Bey
ような
do.
完璧なシュート
It
だ
just do big damage.
睨み合いが続いている
エクスト
The
リー
guy
ム
who uses it, I think it was like basically like thought to be unbeatable because his blade just does so much
何
damage.
を狙っている
It's not that he's cheating either. It's just that his Bey genuinely
このま
hurts
ま決まってしまう
a
のか
lot.
あ
これで
Unbelievable!
Instance of Void. Not the move I meant to use, but I'll take it.
このまま行くよ。エクストリームダッシュ。これで最後だ。
Fantastic!
Okay.
エクストリーム
Extreme finish. 3 points.
私の勝ち。
I have money. Don't expect that to last. Needle! One of the worst bits in the game. B4. Beyblade Battle
おめでと
Base. Please move out the way, generic NPC that I might never ever see again.
やあ
Are you challenging me? Fine then. Bring it on.
う。レディーセット。
I'm just letting Xeno X Callius do its thing.
ツー。ワン。
I will also be doing grinding off stream, though I won't be doing any of the tournament stuff off stream.
Perfect!
But also I have no reason to yet. I haven't unlocked any of the ways to power up my Bey. So until then, don't really expect stuff to change off stream.
よしやばい
Unless I get like really lucky with drops offline.
アタックを連続で叩き込ん
これで
でいく
決める。
アタック
Let's
からの
go!
X ス
Aerial combo!
エクストリームダッシュの猛攻耐えきれるかいけ
エクストリームダッシュ。
堅実なスピンフィニッシャ
Survivor finish!
スピンフィニッシュ。
This was intentional. Purely because now I can get both a extreme finish and a survivor finish, which technically means I'm getting 400 points, 500 if you count just generally the win,
ー
off of this one poor guy.
シュートだ
いけ。エクストリーム
Poor generic.
負けないよ
Ow.
押した。
Okay. I think they took that personally.
いけ
Fair.
エクストリームダッシュ。どうする？エクストリームダッシュ。決める。アタック。
改善自弱
Oh, what?
スピンフィニッシュ。
Survivor finish.
すっごく楽しかった。
I feel scammed. Bin uppercut.
よし。
さすが
Not bad. That was a good battle. 970. Hell's Chain.
よろしくな
My base is strong, you know. Wanna go?
負けないぜ
Fine then. I'll take you on. Oh, and technically I do have a way to upgrade my bays off stream. It's called Get to a Higher Bay Level. Yeah, so it's mostly be like
セット
Blade level farming off stream.
スリー
That's all I really can do at the moment without going way too, far in the game.
パーフェクト絵に描いたような完璧なシュートだ
Because if I avoid trying to do stuff off stream, I don't have access to the upgrade mechanics yet. I don't get those for a bit.
ここから逆転はあるのか
全力をぶつける
Okay, that's an extreme.
決めた
Though, honestly, most of this has been cutscene so far. That does somewhat change. Game gets a bit less cutscene heavy as you go on. It's just that we're still in the tutorial. Bronze sword and a 460. You see, now that's a good item. The 460. Stage clear! Ranking announcements.
私の勝ち
Look at all those points. It could have been higher had I gotten that extreme finish off of a guy. But, you know. And if instead of getting a boss finish, I got an extreme, but that was on me. Yeah, went up to rank 353 from rank 500. Reminder, this is canonically just one group in the tournaments. So yeah, I'm gonna do a bunch of Blade level farming off stream. Expect that to be higher than 14 next time. And thank you all so much for watching. I have been the Drifter, Isaac Archer, and the In-Between welcomes you.